Hello and welcome to Study Time Anytime YouTube channel, and today we'll continue the series of Constitution of Canada from part 2 of chapter 4, the part 2 namely the House of Commons, and chapter 4 legislative powers. So starting from 37 article Constitution of House of Commons in Canada, what it says, what now all of you know that in the parliament there is one queen, one senate. Now all of you know that in the parliament constitutes of one queen and one senate and one house of commons. Now we have already read about the Senate, and now we are going to read about the Constitution of House of Commons. So in this case, it says that the House of Commons shall, subject to the provisions of this Act, consist of 308 members. There are total 308 members, of whom 106 shall be elected for Ontario. So 106 are for Ontario. Then 75 are for Quebec, then 11 are for Nova Scotia, and then 10 are for New Brunswick, 14 for Manitoba, and then 36 for British Columbia. Further, 4 for Prince Edward Island and 28 for Alberta. So 4 and 28, and further 14 members for Saskatchewan and 7 for Newfound Island. 14 and 7. Further, 1 member for Yukon Territory, 1 for Northwest Territories, and 1 for Nunavut. So plus 3. So total, if you total all this, you'll find that there are total 308 members that can be elected in the House to represent their respective areas or divisions or electoral divisions in the House of Commons in Canada. So how the members of House of Commons are summoned? The similar method, similar person as in the Senate, the Governor General in the Queen's name by the instrument under the Great Seal of Canada summon and call together the House of Commons. So it is the Governor General who was earlier summoning the senators, and it is the Governor General here also who is summoning the members of the House of Commons. Further, if we'll study the Article 39, then you'll see that the senators are not to sit in the House of Commons. The senators cannot sit in the House of Commons means the senators are not capable of being elected. The one member, one person who is a part of Senate, who is a senator, he cannot be elected as a member of House of Commons. Very important. Plus, he is not capable of sitting or voting as a member of House of Commons. The sitting means he cannot participate in the working of the House of Commons. So he cannot be elected. A senator cannot be elected as a member of House of Commons. He cannot participate in the working of the House, and further he has no right to vote in any proceeding of the House of Commons. Now next 40 electoral districts of the 4 provinces. Now there are 4 provinces as we have read earlier: Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. So there are defined electoral districts in these 4 provinces. Until the Parliament of Canada otherwise provides, these 4 provinces, for the purpose of election of members to serve in the House of Commons, be divided into electoral districts. So the Parliament here has the power to change it or amend it, but otherwise till they are not using their power, these electoral divisions are to be followed. These electoral districts are in which the provinces are divided are as under. So in case of Ontario, first of all, Ontario is divided into counties. There are ridings of counties. First of all, there are counties, then there are riding of counties, and there are cities, and there are parts of cities, and then towns. So all of this is enumerated in the first schedule. All of this is mentioned in the first schedule to this act, each whereof shall be an electoral district. So wherever these are as mentioned, there are counties or there are cities, so there is a electoral district, and each district is numbered in that schedule, and is entitled to return one member. So one member is entitled for each electoral district as mentioned in the first schedule of the constitution of this act. In case of Quebec, Quebec shall be divided into 65 electoral divisions. So first thing, that there are numbered divisions mentioned in case of Quebec, but it was not mentioned in Ontario. It was just mentioned that it is completely defined in first schedule of the act. But in case of Quebec, they have mentioned 65 electoral districts composed of 65 electoral divisions. So there are 65 districts which are composed of 65 electoral divisions, into which Lower Canada is at the time of passing that. So these 65 electoral divisions which they are talking about, they relate to Lower Canada, which was present at the time of passing this act, this constitution. So at that it was as divided under Chapter 2 of the Consolidated Statutes of Canada, Chapter 75 of Consolidated Statutes for the Lower Canada, and the Act of the Province of Canada of 23rd year of the Queen. So Chapter 1 or any other act. So these all acts are related and are mentioning to those electoral divisions that were present, and out of which 65 electoral districts have been constituted. So amending the same in force at the time of union, so yet each electoral division shall be, for the purpose of this act, electoral district entitled to return one member. Here also it was entitled to return one member. In Quebec also it is, each electoral district is entitled to return one member. Now in case of what's there in case of Nova Scotia and New Brunswick? Nova Scotia, each of the 18 counties, so there are 18 counties in Nova Scotia that you have to remind, shall be an electoral district. There should 18 counties shall be an electoral district. So counties have been declared as electoral districts. The counties of Halifax. Now special mention of this county, the county of Halifax shall be entitled to return 2 members. So till now we have read that each electoral division will be entitled to return 1 member. But in case of Nova Scotia, it has been mentioned that there are 18 counties that will be the electoral districts, and but especially the county of Halifax shall be entitled to return 2 members, and each of other counties will have 1 member only. Only is not mentioned here, but I am mentioning it for the purpose that you can understand it clearly. New Brunswick, each of the 14 counties into which New Brunswick is divided, including the city and county of St. John. So one thing you will notice here, that no city was mentioned in case of Ontario or Quebec, but in case of Nova Scotia, the county of Halifax has been mentioned, and in New Brunswick, the St. John city and county has been mentioned, and shall be an and it is said that each of the 14 counties, including the city of St. John, shall be an electoral district, and the city of St. John shall also be a separate electoral district. This means that a city will be an separate electoral district and the county of St. John will be a separate one. Each of those 15 electoral districts, so there are 14 and one is that of the city, which makes it 15, and these 15 electoral districts shall be entitled to return one member. So they are also entitled to return one member only in case of Nova Scotia, especially the county of Halifax will be entitled to return 2 members. So we'll wind up our video here. We'll continue with the series. If you have any suggestions, if you have any questions related to NCA, related to Constitution or any other subject, for the time being you can comment and ask. Feel free to ask. And if you love the effort we are if you love the effort that we are making in order to provide free education in regard to the Constitution and other law subjects, you may like the video, you can share the video so that the free education continues to prevail and it spreads over and over around the world and help all. So you may subscribe the channel so that you can get regular updates for all the legal subjects. And thank you very much for discussion.